So there's a post that is making its round on social media and creating quite a buzz. It is of a mother, Juliet Chin, that lost her son, Joel Chin, back in about August of 2011. He was the A&R for VP Records. I will give you the details further on in this news. The caption of her post reads, "Today is your birthday, son, and the hurt has not gotten any better. My heart breaks even more. I miss you. Your hugs and kisses. I would give my soul to have you back with me, but God needs you more. Happy heavenly birthday, son." Now, people, this is social media. Not sure if this post was made maybe a year ago, a couple of days ago, or whatever the case is. However, the details or the message that I am going to give is going to be the same. Now, people, like I told you, that youth, Joel Chin, used to be the A&R for VP Records. He was based in New York, Queens to be specific. However, you know that VP Records do big business in Jamaica, all over the Caribbean, all over the world. The most interesting parts of the post was somebody said, "This is the real reason why Kartel is in prison. Because VP Records did not give him some sorts of record deal, so therefore he went and he took away the son." Do not screw around with uptown people because they have that uptown privilege. Now, people, like me say, people are going to say all sorts of stuff. This is social media. Believe half of what you hear, believe half of what you see. Now, truth be told, in that post, the comments that followed were numerous. It was mixed review. Some people were saying that everything happened, Vybz Kartel's name is being called up. Some people were saying yes, because Kartel get locked up on or about 2011 or so, this youth lost his life. Persons were even mentioning that, remember, Vybz Kartel's name was also called up on producer Roach. People that said Vybz Kartel have everything to do with it. So I say this to say that allegations and accusations and hearsay is not facts. Based on what the Popo is saying in the Roach incident and also in Joel Chin's incident, there is no motive established. There is no said suspect or person of interest that exclude Vybz Kartel. So like I've always said, sometimes what the streets say is true. Sometimes what the streets say is not 100% proof. So therefore, we cannot say with 100% surety that yes, a Vybz Kartel have something to do with that. We will leave it up to the courts. At this time, there is a court of public opinion. Everybody has an opinion and everybody can voice their opinion. However, it does not make it factual because hearsay, allegations and accusations cannot be used in a court of law. In the court of public opinion, it is definitely polar opposite. And when we also consider the facts of VP Records, their history, the amount of disgruntled artists that they have signed that want to come out of all sorts of record deal in which they feel as if they are getting screwed. So the logical thinking would be that all of these persons that are disgruntled, all of these people that have all sorts of strife with VP Records, feel as if they've lost a whole bunch of money, feel as if they are tied down to the record label. They would have a reason, not to say that it would be justified more than an artist that was disgruntled because he was not signed. And people, I understand that sometimes people are sensitive, especially when they have big egos. So like the saying goes, for every action is an equal and opposite reaction. And I say this to say that a person will take drastic action if they feel as if they were screwed over, as in the case of most or many artists that deal with VP Records in any sorts of capacity. A person is not going to react before or because he gets in his feelings in most cases. because sometimes that disappointment of not getting any sorts of deal or dancing with the devil might have been a blessing in disguise. So people may just say, when we think on one hand, many people that are disgruntled would have a reason, not justified, but me just say, have reason to be ticked off and getting them feelings because they feel as if they were violated. Is more likely more people. The possibilities are that there would be more action coming from that possibility. So the reprisal would be more than likely coming from one of those persons rather than Vybz Kartel. And I am not saying that it is not possible, but me just say, wherever there is smoke, there is fire. However, this is social media. Wherever there is fire, people want to ride that wave. People want to be in that trend. So therefore, they are going to throw more gasoline upon the fire and make it blaze. So at the end of the day, we should remember that all of what we hear, unless there is concrete proof, unless there is evidence, I am not speaking about accusations and allegations and hearsay. This can be used in the court of public opinion, which is where it seems as if a lot of cases are tried. However, in the court of law, you need documentation, you need the paperwork, you need to have concrete stuff. And it is not as if we've not heard all sorts of allegations and accusations being made by the Popo saying that yes, he is responsible for at least 100. We hear about popcorn, we hear about this one, that one, horse, DEAD, and cow fat. So therefore, it seems as if, based on what we are hearing, all of the allegations and accusation is that Vybz Kartel is responsible for over 100, 101, 102, 100 and infinity of DEATH. But people like me say, the court of public opinion, it does not count. Yes, it is talk. It is good for buzz on social media. However, it has never charged or caused anybody to be locked up or convicted in the court of law. And I understand where people would say, but this man name call upon 100, call upon this one, call upon that one. If there is smoke, there has to be some sorts of fire, something in a something. Well, people like me say, all of these cases, all of these accusations, all of these allegations, this man must be the luckiest man in a Jamaica, or this system must be so woefully inept that it cannot convict a SERIAL KILLER, because if you're accused of over 100 people's life, that means you must be some sorts of Jamaican Charles Manson. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it seems as if these criminal elements, them not get the message in the bottle, them not get the memo, them not read the notice board. Whenever you challenge the Popo in any sorts of pipe outs, more than likely the Pied Piper is going to play your funeral tune. You are going to end up DEAD. I am speaking about an incident that occurred in a place called Kendall, Williamsfield, that is in Manchester, where the Popo set up some sorts of checkpoints along the roadway. While they were conducting these checkpoints, they saw a Mark X vehicle, a couple of chains down the road, make a U-turn. Them a said to themselves, Then all them people in a Mark X just decide, say, we are going the wrong direction, we are take a U, meaning U-turn. It looked kind of suspicious to the Popo, so they decide that they're going to take some sorts of check. I guess the Popo's reaction drew the curiosity of the driver of the Mark X, and he realized that he was in a SHIT load of problem. Obviously, conversations in the vehicle, them get bummy. So therefore, they decide that they are going to press pedal to the metal that is, sorry. So people, follow me. This started in a place called Kendall, that is in Williamsfield. The hot pursuits went to a place called Belfield off the main road. It is said that it seems as if the driver of the Mark X was losing ground, so therefore him started to lose control, and he slammed into an oncoming vehicle as he tried to overtake a line of traffic. It is said that when that collision occurred, Two of the people, there were at least 3 persons in that Mark X. Them take what themselves. Upon scrutinizing the vehicle, the po realized one individual was conned up. Now, people, when I listened to the news, I did not get details because there was no sorts of saying that there was any sorts of pie out between po and said men. So therefore, am I to assume that this man was already conned up? Don't know if he was conned up and they were going to take him to fling him in some sorts of bushes. Or this was caused, the motive of this man getting pie up is in some sorts of confrontation with the po. If that is the case, then the criminals out there should have learned once again, this is a next perfect example. Whenever you engage the po in any sort of battle, more than likely you're going to end up SHITS Creek without any sorts of paddle. The po is always going to have the handle and you're going to have the blade of the 5-star ratchet. It is going to be bad, detrimental for your health. Now, people, here's what I don't understand. These people know, say, whenever you're driving any sorts of Mark X vehicle, you are pretty much a mark man. You are marked for DEATH. You are marked for a check. So therefore, whenever you go through any sorts of checkpoint, if there's 1,000 checkpoint in a Jamaica, the possibilities are you are going to get checked 99.9999% of the time. So I am just saying the only way that you're going to pass that checkpoint is if they went on break immediately as you are passing or you're being escorted by Christ. But why would the man up above try to escort any sorts of criminal? He is trying to send them not to the place that he lives, however, his rival's house, meaning the devil, destination dome. We are talking about the GRAVE yard. So people, again, the only thing that we are disappointed in is that all 3 of them did not lose their life. Luckily, we get 1 out of the 3, the next 2 out of the 1/3 group. More than likely, we will leave them to time. Karma will catch up to them sooner or later. Every day that the bucket goes to the well, one day the bucket or the bottom are going to drop out. Point blank and period.
Someone on this business Stacy, remember this someone. We can't make out this one. We can't make out this someone. You know someone on block your road on scooter always. I don't remember this man here. Yes, you. But you man face stone down. Rough road. What am I? That's what I'm doing. It's a man on the road.
Now speaking about message in our battle, notice board memo. It seems as if these bike riders on the street of Jamaica, them not get none of them. It seems as if they are living under some sorts of rock. They are not realizing what is going on. The same can be said about an incident that occurred maybe about 6 p.m. or so yesterday. A group of bikers, 2 riders, 2 P0Ls, them are come from some sorts of river in the region of White House, Culloden or Culloden, something like that the name spell or the name is pronounced, sorry. It is said that the bikers decide, say, them want to go around at least one vehicle, maybe a line of traffic. However, it seems as if they were going along some sort of blind corner or blind street. Them end up and get side blinded by a vehicle, meaning some sorts of minivan. At the time of the incident, it is said that at least 3 were DEAD on the spots. I guess 1 was rushed to the hospital. However, that 4th person did not make it. That means everybody DEADING. Now, people, as somebody that drive around Jamaica, which is evident by the videos that I do showing the views. I have seen so many maniacs, so many madmen on a daily basis, so therefore I am not surprised. When it comes to these bikers, when it comes to these motorists, I have never seen so many Gestapos, people that like to guess and spell, take gamble with their life, that like to overtake upon some sorts of blind corner or streets. And when they do that, they always end up straight in a some sort of oncoming vehicle, meaning HEAD on. Everybody more than likely I got DEAD and broke up. In this case, everybody was DEAD and broke up. Their bodies, their bones, their limbs were in some unnatural position when we see them on the road. It looked like them had do some sorts of broke up dance that compounded with all sorts of slit, all sorts of internal organs spill out upon the street. People, it was a sight to behold. It was graphic in nature. So at the end of the day, like I've always said, I sympathize, condolences to the family. However, I am not going to hold any sorts of sympathy party for these people that gave away their own lives, jeopardize other persons on the street lives. And again, nobody had on any sorts of helmets, and even if they did, it would not help them. Again, overtaking, again, speeding, again, end up in a some sorts of predicament, in a some sorts of truck. In this case, a minivan. The impact was so great that even the minibus driver, he was taken to the hospital. Only some sorts of hand injury, no sorts of life-threatening injuries. But people, me just say, when will they learn? You are never going to win once you violate the roads and the codes of the street. Simple as that, point blank and period. So a couple of days ago, I spoke about an incident in which a young man known as Malik O.C. Ralph or Ralph O.C. Malik was found DEAD in a some sorts of open lot, field them call it. Based on the graphic nature of the videos and pictures that are posted all over social media and the P0L reports, apparently this man was tied up, held at gun point. Somebody either fling some sorts of acid in him face. They then commenced to jump over him fence, go through the back door. I found it very ironic that somebody who is called Ralph was taken advantage of with the new edition 2.0 Kid Ralph in the gangster world. If you don't know the story about Kid Ralph, he is one of those mythical characters that is said to be in jail. And whenever you come in at the jail, he was like some sorts of gangster fish. He would hold people and take whatever he wanted at his own will or discretion, which he had zero. Based on information, it is said that this man was taken away by people from the Ratbat gang. So it seems as if we have to now remix the name to Rat B-A-T-T-Y gang. Allegedly, that is what people are saying. Word on the street is not always 100% proof. However, based on information that I am getting, that man's DEATH in Rosetown was because of some sorts of MURDER that was taking place in a place called P0L on Thursday. It is said that this is some sort of reprisal, and people, this is coming from inside source in there. So therefore, that is the motive. At the end of the day, what most persons are concerned about, yes, we understand that these bad men, them barefaced, them callous, them brutal, all of that bad stuff. However, they are now remixing the badness with the fishiness, meaning B-A-T-T-Y, badness. People, something is definitely wrong. It is not as if the place didn't stay away before. However, now it has compounded with all sorts of fishy, piranha, Nemo, Jaws, and Arca kind of ism. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.